session now.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think we are good to go. Let's start.
yeah. So thank you very much for joining in, guys, at this time in this weekend at 1 p.m. I know you all have plans, but thank you very much for joining in. I can assure you this would be a session where you would be learning a bit about pre-construction. If you are brand new, then definitely a lot of things for you to learn. But if even if you have invested before, there would be a lot of things you would be learning today. So thank you very much for joining us on behalf of Team Ryan. I welcome you all. So I'm Ritesh. I'm the team leader. Along with me, we have Shubh. So Shubh take care of our, coordination with the builder. He is the person who brings us one of the best opportunity in the market. So Shubh, let's start.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So buying pre-construction. So you hear this word every day. I want to buy pre-construction. I have bought pre-construction. I have made this much money. I sold in assignment. A lot of things you hear about. I invested 50,000 and I made 150,000. So today we'll discuss about how people do it and how we can help you doing that. To start with, so why to invest in pre-construction projects? The very important question is, so first is faster and high return. So as you see in pre-construction, the returns are faster. Normally in real estate, we expect to invest for 5 years, 10 years time to grow our money. But in pre-construction, you can expect the life cycle maybe 1 year, 2 year, at the most 3 years, and you can get very good returns. The returns could be 100%, 150%, even 200%. I'll show you some of the examples. I will not show, of course, the name of the people, but I will show you certain deals we have done in the past where people have made a very good amount of money. I'll show the real agreement and purchase and sale copy while we are going ahead. Second, the benefit is you are the first or the lowest. So, whenever a building start building, the house you're living in, it was pre-construction at some time. So pre-construction means before construction, before we started the construction. So whenever everything has to be in the pre-construction stage sometime, it could be any time. So always there is a price when the project get launched, and normally we see the price get more, and by the time the project get ready, the house get ready, the price is at kind of peak. Then it goes to the resale market, and resale also you see after 2 year 3 year the price get increasing. So at certain point of time when the project starts, when the first day, that's called first price. So normally there is a possibility you might get at that time at that price also. But only thing is not everybody get access because it doesn't go to the public like that. So there are some platinum agent, VIP agent who give you access, like we have one of them, and we'll discuss how we help you to get that. Third is incentives. Normally builders in pre-construction stage, they give us incentives. The incentive could be good deposit structure, the incentive could be free appliances, the incentive could be free upgrades, it could be a lot of things. And the most important thing, the reason I like pre-construction is the leverage. So what do we understand by leverage? Leverage means you are putting 5, 10, 15, 20% down. Let's say you are putting only 10% down. You're buying a stuff of 100 bucks. Let's take an easy example. You buy a pre-construction of 500,000. You're putting 10% down, which is equal to just 50,000, and you are holding a property of 500,000 till the time closing. You are holding this property, and after the closing you go for the bank mortgage. So you are holding a asset by only paying 5, 10, 15, or 20 depending on the deposit structure, and you're enjoying the appreciation on the full amount. So this is one of the most, I would say, should, like, most important factor where we see pre-construction people make a lot of money. Even the asset is increased, the value increased by 10%. Let's say you bought a house at 500,000, the price has increased to 550. So you have made 50,000 profit, which is just 10% of the total value. Since you have invested only 50,000, so you have got a return of 50,000 on 50,000, which is equal to 100%. We'll come to that. I'll explain in detail. Then appreciation potential. Of course, the appreciation potential is always high because when builders sell. Now, there is another question people ask us, why builders sell in pre-construction? The reason builders sell because they get the bank finance. To start the construction, they need bank finance. To get bank finance, the bank normally put in condition that you need to sell 70% of the units, most of the cases. So the builder has to sell. 70% of the unit at least in most of the cases to start the construction to get the bank finance. And normally builder offer initial units, initial 10-20% unit at discount at lower price so that there is appreciation potential. You see, while the project goes to initial launch to the project start construction, you see the price difference is there. So technically you make money at that time also. And we will share you a couple of the example where our investor have made good money before the project started on ground and before we invested. And the deposit structure is easy. If you want to invest in resale, you need to pay 20% down upfront and get the bank mortgage and other stuff. Here you are paying just 5-10% down. That too, you have time. Like some builder give you 3 year time to pay you the deposit. Some give 2 years time to pay deposit. So that's how it works. So that's the reason we advise you to invest in pre-construction. And
I would also like to highlight that there are more than 100 people who are live with us now. So we have crossed the century.
oh my God. Okay. Yes, we upgraded our account today because I saw a great response. So normally in Zoom meeting, you cannot have more than 100 people, but we upgraded our account, special account. So now we can have 500 anyways. Okay. That's a good news. 100 people are there to hear us. So thank you very much guys for joining. And if you have any questions, guys, just put in Q&A box. We'll try to address all your questions along with we go for the presentation. And then you can always go to the detail and check all these details. You can just click on this link. We would share this presentation. Once this presentation is over, you'll get a link to this presentation same time, and you can click here. So this is our pre-construction website. So as a team, we have multiple websites. So this is our pre-construction website where we have all these good articles for you. So all this detail, whatever I'm talking about. And of course, we have other website related to commercial. We have other website related to businesses, but this is a pre-construction website. Here you have more than 775 pre-construction opportunities, Rhine.ca. So after this meeting, you can always go to our website and browse. Okay. So let's move ahead. Sure.
Yes, absolutely.
Now the thing is,
although there is a question from Sam, but he says that in pandemic, people are going outside the city for cheaper prices as working from home. So who will still buy condos in the city? So I think these answers, Sam, Ritesh is going to cover in his presentation. But if you,
yeah. So basically, in pre-construction, timing is everything. Of course, 100% last year we were selling. If we talk about us, we sold 90% of the unit, but we sold were low rise. This year things are different. Every time things are different. I will show a graph which will tell you why. Okay, I think let's go to the graph first, then come back to this. So if you see this graph, this is Toronto Real Estate Board. Of course, we can extrapolate this graph. I can show for any city, but this is the generic graph, which says from 2000 the market was very stable, going like this. This is detached home. This red one is detached home. I think you can see my cursor. And this green one are condominium. So we will discuss today about only condominium and detached. I don't want to discuss freehold townhome and condom townhouse because they are kind of mixed things. So let's discuss detached, which people like the most. But the money people make in condos, I'll show you the example how and why. So if you see the detached homes in 2017, if you remember, guys, the market was at all-time peak. If you remember, similar to today, in February, January, March, this was the time. If you see the 17, the market was at kind of peak, and then this stress test came, and then the market almost came down the way it went up. So it corrected by almost 1.1 million to 1 million. So almost 10% or 15%, somewhere 20% within 1 month or two, if you guys remember that time. So whenever the market goes like this is what we call it this spike. So whenever there's a spike, there's a correction. Whenever there's a spike, there's a correction. So if you see the trend, the straight line goes like this. It should have been going like this, if you go by straight line, if you go by normal curve. But there was a spike, there was a correction. Similarly, last 2 months, especially low rise, especially detached houses are like this. You are at kind of peak at this time. And now this is 1 month old data. Already last 1 month, already the low rise are detached homes are starting correcting. It's already starting correcting down. So normally it should follow the trend. So you could expect a correction here, and then it will follow the trend. So in real estate, in long run, nobody lose money. You buy here, you buy here, you buy here, you buy here. Even you buy at here, even you buy here. After 4 years, the market is more than what the price was there. So you are not lost money, but you lost 4 year time. So you need to understand that. So if you buy at this point, the market will correct and you will have to wait for 3, 4 more years to get the market back. So last year, most of our buyers bought at this point. I can show you most of our investors have made money. They spent 50,000, 100,000, 70,000, whatever. And they are making now, they have doubled, tripled their money in almost 1 year, assuming that we will sell in assignment and we sell assignment. So somebody bought at this price, the price gone up by 10%. If you have invested 700,000, 10% is 70,000. So you made almost 100%. But in condominium, if you see the history, it is very stable market. In 17, when the market got corrected, the condominium was not corrected. It went down a bit, very small change. Similarly, last 1 year, due to pandemic, as somebody said, yes, due to pandemic, people were moving out of GTA, people were moving out of Torno. The market almost is flat. You see, last 1 year, it's almost flat. And now I'll show you the current database, what's happening in the market. Demand and supply curve I'll show you. So it, and condominium, you never see this kind of up, down, up, down. This is a stable market always. So now you see low rise is at all-time high, condo is at stability. What do you expect? This to correct and this to go up. And to prove that, I have stat which is recent. Let's go to the next one. So this is the inventory curve. So in October, this is I'm talking about condos. In October 2020, September 2020, the condo were all-time high. 9,196 condos at that time in the market, and the inventory was just 3459. Then you see the inventory start decreasing, and now there's a time when the inventory sold is more than inventory. If I show the recent, this is little, I think 2 weeks old. If I show the recent one, this is Toronto market. If I show the recent trend, so now you see sold is following the inventory. So now it is in equilibrium. Now you see it's going up. Solds are more. And now you see this multiple offer things coming in condos also. Selling over asking and other things is coming in condominium also. Now you see this is now parallel. This is the ideal scenario when the demand is equal to supply. You see this? So now you see demand and supply both are same. This is the ideal scenario. So this is a little technical, just to say very simple, things are changing. High rise has to correct, the low rise, has to correct, low high rise has to now move up. And this is the fact, whether you accept it or not. After 1 year, I will show you how the graph moves and history repeats itself. You see the history, this has happened in past, this will happen in future also, hopefully. And you see the from here the market. Another thing, condo, you have 4 year time to play. So you don't see any 4 years. If you buy here after 4 years, still you are in profit. You buy here after 4 years, you're in profit. By any point of time, after 4 years, you would be in profit. It could be 5, 10, 15, 20%, depending upon the market. This is a stable investment. Now let's go back to.
Rian has requested you to go a little slow.
Okay, sorry for that. I will take care now. So the reason why we are taking condominium, because we have a longer closing time and easy deposit structure. In high rise, you have mostly 4 year time, 5 year time for closing. But in low rise, like detached houses, semi-detached, townhouses, you get only 1 year time. So for example, if you buy at this point, and God forbid the market gets corrected, and after 1 year, if you bought at this point, if you're at this point after 1 year, then I have seen a lot of cases in 2017 where people actually had to forego their deposits or had to close by paying private finance or whatever. They were not able to sell up to the market came to this level. I can show you so many instances which happened in 17. This might happen in future. I'm saying might. Maybe from there you see the market going like this. But we don't expect another spike like this. You don't expect the market go like this. It might get stagnant, it might go correct, or it might go almost the same. You don't expect there is a spike and there is another spike, which is quite rare, once in 1,000 years, I think. So you have more time. So let's go back. Where is my, sorry for that. Let me go back to my original slide. Second thing, undervalued in tourism market. If you see the trend, the price of condo are almost same or less what they were 1 year before COVID. But construction cost is increased, land cost is increased, everything is increased. So builders are not making any profit in condos, and you are buying something which is undervalued. Now, there is a thumb rule of investment. Warren Buffett says, be greedy when others are fearful, and be fearful when others are greedy. In low rise market, everybody is greedy, everybody is buying at any price. So this is a time you need to be careful. But condominium, most people were afraid 2 months before. Now things are getting back, and almost now we see multiple offer things. So be greedy when others are fearful. So this is the time to invest. Third thing, after COVID market impact, now we might have got another, we have got another state of emergency or whatever, but you see people are going back to condos, things are getting normal. Of course, cases are there, everything is there, but the fear in the mind of people, what was there 1 year before, last year, same time, April, we all were in lockdown. Today we are in lockdown. You see the difference of the confidence what people have. Young professionals, they like condos. Nobody want to remove their snow, because 8 months here you have to be inside the house. So people do not want those freehold thing where you have snow removal, or you're maintaining your roofs, you're doing all the maintenances, and the taxes are also high. I'll come to that point. In the long run, as I show you, it is stable investment. The high rise goes up, low rise go up, down. But condominium, you have seen the history last 30 year, 20 year, is stable, goes in a straight line. Great incentive by builder nowadays, because market was slow, so builder were giving great incentives to pick up, and now we have got good response. Less maintenance in condominium, because you don't have headache, you don't have roof to maintain, you don't have, like in freehold, some tenant is coming with dog, you cannot throw them out because you don't put a rule. But in condominium, they make the rule. If there is a rule of no Airbnb, or there is a rule of no dogs, they can do that, because condominium you can force the rules. Easy to maintain. Property management company, they normally make it easy to maintain, and they are easy to rent also. Another thing, they have less property tax also, I didn't mention there. Normally condominium have less property tax than freehold. They have a maintenance fee, but the property tax and the insurance is less in condominium than in freehold. If you see the total cost, what you pay for freehold, but if you see for the total cost you pay for the condominium, they are actually same. It's not big difference. So these are the major reason we recommend condominium over low rise on today's market. My perception was different last year. Now it's this. After 1 year, things might change. The condo might go up, the low rise might go down. Then we might have to change.
Also,
And
I think coming back to the same point, what you have mentioned in terms of graph as well as the first point, which was highlighted, timeline is very important because in the dynamic market like this or uncertain market like this, if your investment timelines are longer, at least you have some time horizon where you can cover up. If the market is corrected a little bit, you still have time to cover up. So that's why we are suggesting in today's time, we are suggesting our clients to invest into anything which has slightly longer timeline.
yeah, so let's move further. Uh, there's something happened to my mouse. Let me just correct it. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, so now we'll discuss the assignment, which is one of the favorite topic of pre-construction investors. Most of people hear this assignment word first time, but just to let you know, it is the sale of pre-construction unit. I would say it is a resale of pre-construction unit. So instead of selling a already built unit, you are selling a contract or right to acquire the property. So assignment, you need to understand, somebody who buy a condo or town or whatever pre-construction, they buy a right to own the property. They don't have the property as such. So they sell their right. That's called assignment. So they assign the right. So instead of builder giving them the property, they will give to the next person. So assignment is like selling a contract, not selling a property. So what are the benefit for the sellers? So the benefit is you can reinvest back as a seller. Like for example, you buy a pre-construction, you sell an assignment, you can always invest the money back. You invest 50,000, you make 100,000, you have now 100,000, and you can invest those 100,000 back. So you need not to wait for a long time, maybe 1 year, 2 year. Whenever you get a chance, you can always sell the assignment. No carrying cost. So you need not to pay about occupancy fee, monthly fees, or whatever. You can sell it. In some builder, what happened before closing, they start putting this occupancy fee. So once you sell it, the next person who is assigning, they have to pay that. No closing cost. So typically, closing cost could be very high. It could be land transfer tax. It could be development charges. It could add other stuff, some levies, and of course the mortgage cost and mortgage fees. So if you close a condo, town, or house, you have to pay that amount. But if you assign it, you are not supposed to pay those fees. Then you can play the market. So if you think you can invest back, if you're getting enough profit, just sell it and move to the next one. So get more detail how the assignment work. You can always click on this link, go to our website. Here we have explained in detail how the assignment thing work. So it's in very much detail, step-by-step guide, what was the price, how assignment work. So we have all the details of this. So maybe you can just click whenever you have time, and you can always read the complete articles. So all the FAQs. So maybe whenever you get a chance. So I will not put much time because most of you actually know about assignment. I just wanted to have a touch base. Now, why buy an assignment? Because there is an advantage for the buyers also. So as a seller, once you buy a pre-construction, you become the seller, or we call it as assigner. The buyer is called assignee. Why people buy assignment? The reason is they have more choices. You cannot put on MLS, so no multiple offers, no bidding wars normally, less competition because it's not there on the market. Peace of mind, so you can, again, this bidding thing, more choices, they could negotiate, and they are getting brand new suite. There are many people, they want to buy a brand new house only, they don't want to live in the house where somebody else was living. So now there are two options: either they go to the builder they ask them for 4-year closing time, 3-year closing time, and here they buy and they move within 3 months, 4 months, 6 months. So that's what people buy assignment, and they also getting benefit. It's not like they're losing money. So again, there is another link, you can click here and you can get detail of that also. So let's move further. Interim occupancy. Now this is very interesting. This happens in condominium. It doesn't happen in freehold. In freehold, the day you get the occupancy, you get the closing, you get the key, are done. You have to pay the full amount. But in condominium, since the rule says till the time the building is not completely ready, not able to register, the builder give interim occupancy. Now, what is this interim occupancy? There are 100 units. So builder may, when you builder make your unit ready to live, they give you the key. You can move in, you can live there. You need not to pay the closing cost because the closing will happen only when the building is getting registered. So this time is called interim occupancy. You are occupying the house before closing. So this is very interesting in condo. So there is a high possibility you can sell your condo before closing because most of the builder allow for that. So if you sell your condo before closing in interim occupancy period, you always at the advantage because the buyer can see the unit actually and they buy what they see. So selling a occupied unit is always easier than selling something which is on paper. So this is a very interesting thing which happens in condominium. You have sometimes 6 months, 1 year time for occupancy. Another benefit, you can even rent the unit without even closing it. There would be an occupancy fee which is quite less. You will start getting the rent before actually you get the closing. So these are the interesting things which happens in condominium. And if you want to get more detail, you can click on this link. It will give you the full detail of what we are talking about. Now let's move further. Now, what are the major points you need to consider before you invest? First thing, you must need to see the deposit structure because deposit structure is very, very important. And trust me, guys, you could almost double or triple your return if you have a good deposit structure. So, for example, some builder allow you to pay only 5%, some allow 10%, and some ask for 20%. If you're putting 10% down and you're making 10% profit, which is equal to 100% profit. If you're putting 20% down,
ROI. You mean to say
ROI,
ROI? Yes.
ROI, return on investment. If you're putting 10%, 20% down, and you're making 10% profit, which is equal to 50% ROI. So deposit structure matters a lot if you are talking about return on investment. Second thing, you have a 10 days cooling period. Uh, in condominium, it has to be there, always there. In freehold, sometime the builder remove this cooling period because this kind of optional thing. So just keep in mind, I would say buy the product only where you have 10 days cooling period, because you can get your document reviewed by a lawyer. You can check, discuss the stuff, and you have time to think. Because when you buy pre-construction, you don't have enough time to think, because things work in a hurry, and you get inventory later, you send worksheet. So sometimes you don't have enough time to think about your decision. So you have this 10 days cooling period, and you can always take the advantage and change the stuff, like change some name, change some whatever you want to make a change. So in this cooling period, everything is negotiable, other than price, of course. Working with an experienced specialized realtor. So we would suggest you to work with a specialized realtor, because pre-construction is different than resale. So you need to know a person who know pre-construction, who know your requirement, who has access to the builder, who has access to the. We'll discuss how and what benefit we give as experts, so you'll understand from there. And there must be an assignment clause, guys. You never know. Sometimes people don't care. They say, "Oh, we want to live in the house. We don't care whether the assignment is not there or not." Guys, you never know the situation. After 3 years, the situation might get changed. Your situation might get changed. You might not like to close that house due to any reason. Then you cannot close it. You have to close it because there's no assignment clause. So make sure we always have an assignment clause whenever you buy. You could expect the construction delay. Whenever builder says occupancy in October 23, doesn't believe that it's 23, it could delay by 6 months to 1 year, 2 years. The reason is due to COVID situation. Now everybody's feeling shortage of manpower, labor. Even in normal time, you never know. Sometimes city, sometimes some permit issues, anything could happen, and most likely the building is getting delayed. So just keep in mind, if you're buying as a first-time home buyer, just keep in mind there could be delay of 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, or don't know whatever. But of course, there is a penalties, but normally up to 1 year they don't have any penalty because they mentioned the contract. Another thing, condo fees might increase. Just keep in mind, because once you buy the building brand new, in later on the building might get older and the condo fees might increase. Prepare for the interim occupancy period. This is very interesting. So before closing, you might get a time in condominium, which could be 6 months, 3 months, which we discuss interim occupancy. And the highlighted one is prepare for the closing cost, because many people don't know. Just to let you know, land transfer tax in Toronto could be close to 2.5 and 3%. In Brampton, Mississauga, or Peel, it is half. There is double, and there could be other cost, which now could be development charges, could be HST cost, because if you are closing it as an investor, then you need to pay the HST rebate what you've taken. So HST rebate might have taken, the might have to pay. So just keep in mind, it could be 4 to 5% of the purchase price which you may have to pay. HST rebate you can get back once you are an investor. You always rent the unit and give the proof to the CRA, they give the HST back. But just keep in mind, this could be a big cost. And of course, tax are rebatable, like HST and other if you're paying, then you can get it back. So that's what we always say. Take the help of a experienced realtor who can guide you in each and everything, like taxes, like HST, like capital gain. So there should be somebody who should guide you. Of course, you need to take the help of your accountant and lawyer, but realtor would be the first point who can give you an idea what could you expect. So we are discussing now the 12 secrets. When you invest, I will give you some tips which you should always take care before you invest. The most important tip is, if you are an investor, always go for the small unit. One bedroom from 10. Do not go for 3 bedroom or bigger unit if you're an investor, because the rental, if you see, the 1 bedroom you could rent in 15, 1700. 3 bedroom, sometimes you're not able to rent, because the condo people go there because they're small families. They want less maintenance. For the bigger one, the maintenance is high. Second thing is parking. If you're at very good location like downtown, I don't advise you to buy parking, because the parking might cost you 75,000 or maybe more sometime, but it will not add that much value. And most likely, I've seen builders have always available parking at the time of closing. You can always buy at that time only. But this is an advice, because the parking will not add any rental value as such. Like if there is a parking, there is no parking, maybe $100 difference, and some people can rent parking later on. Like you have bought a parking, now you want to rent to other people. So I don't see any benefit as such in buying parking and paying 100,000 for a parking when you can rent a parking at $100. Invest in smaller buildings because they complete at time. Bigger building, they take more time. Buy in popular location. Just keep in mind, when you're buying a condominium, always try to buy a good location. Do not compromise on location, because condominium people buy for convenience. So if you don't have the convenience later on, then you don't get a resale good value. wait at least 1 year, because many people see, they buy and they say after 2 months, hey, my price is increased, can I sell it? No, at least keep for 1 year. Let the property grow, because most of the builder have a condition where they say you cannot sell an assignment till you pay, till they make 80% of the sale or whatever. Generally, it's not worth to purchase the top floor. Some people, they spend huge amount of money to purchase top floor. Say for example, if you see in certain building, the 50th floor is 700,000 and 40th floor is 600,000. I would like to go for 40th floor, because this 10th floor will not make big difference. But if you're paying 100,000 or 50,000 extra, no point. The rent will not be much difference. Even the resale price is not that much difference. The difference is there, but the builder premium is always more than the difference. If you're an investor, make a balanced approach. Do not buy ground floor, first floor, but buy any floor, because there are certain people who do not want to live in height. They want to buy lower floors. Just keep in mind those people are also there. So do not pay too much premium. But of course, if the builder has same price for every floor, which not is the case most likely, then you can go for the top floors also. Also, do not pay for the upgrade to the builder unless those upgrades are necessities. I would never advise you to pay for, say for example, appliances to the builder, because you can always get the appliances change yourself, and builder will always charge 2 times or 3 times the price. And if you are giving on rent, no point of paying for upgrades, because anyway after 3 years the situation will be the same. So just make sure you are paying only for the upgrade which are really necessary, if you're looking for yourself. But if you're an investor, I would say do not go for upgrades. Next thing, in pre-construction condos, you should consider cash flow. Make sure the rent you're getting should always be more than the mortgage and the property tax and the insurance. So it might not be more than the EMI, but the interest portion should be covered. Whatever the cost you are paying should be covered. Normally it is more. The region is right now the rate of interest is 1.5, 1.6%. So the rent should be more than that, but normal cases also it should be more. Deposit structure is negotiable sometime. We always negotiate with builder. I'll show you the process how we go to the builder, how we negotiate. So it's negotiable. You will incur the closing cost as we discussed. Pre-construction closing cost would be more than the resale as we discussed, because HST might be applicable. You can always shop around for the mortgage, even if you get a pre-approval mortgage letter and there's a rate of interest mentioned that. But you can always change your mortgage person, or you can always change the mortgage bank, because they have not given you firm commitment or you are not signing a contract. So before closing, you can always go to here and there and try to get the lowest interest what you're getting. Always use exclusive agent. Now, what does exclusive agent means? Exclusive agent means sometimes builder give exclusive inventory to some of the agents and they have some exclusive benefits. We'll discuss that once you come to our projects. So always try to use those agents. Now let's move further. Why our team? Why should you help? Why should we, you should invest with us? We have VIP exclusive deals and platinum accesses with most of the good builders now. Our team is 50 plus realtors. Now it is in fact 60 and we are growing very fast. We do consulting, not selling. The way I'm presenting you the things, that's what we like to present in one-to-one meetings to our clients. We first want to know what they're looking for. We don't sell them an inventory. We try to understand the situation, tell them about the market, and then we take a decision together. It's a consulting, not the selling. We help in assignment, not it. This is the very important thing, because most of the realtor will help you to buy from builder, or you may go directly and buy from the builder. But at the time of the assignment, only you have to go to the person who have a team. Now we have a team of 50 people. If some assignment come, there are 49 people other who are working on the assignments to sell that, other than that single person. And of course, we have a very big database of investors. We have very big database of end users, and also we have very big database of other agents. So we advertise, and till now our assignment selling rate is 100%. Like whatever assignment we have got in the past, we have sold them. You don't see this kind of rate with any other single agent or builder. They will never help you to assign, because they will never ever give you permission to assign, because they do not want to create a competition. Because many people come to me and say, why don't we build directly from builder? Why should we buy from you? We are not charging a commission. We are giving the same price and sometimes better price or sometimes better deal than builder, and builder will never help you in assignment. Just keep in mind. Another thing, we help you for property management. We have tie up with property management companies. So if you want to close the house, we can help you there. We can help you to get mortgage approval letter. We can help you to close your house and get you mortgage, because we have tie up with so many mortgage agents. We give you digital concise services free of cost. So putting your electricity, changing bills and paperwork and everything, we help you in that. We work with EXP Realty, which is Nasdaq listed brokerage, and we have more than 50,000 agents worldwide. So your assignment, your stuff can go to 50,000 agents, and they can also work on that. And we have on Ontario, we have 1,100 agents and growing. So about our team, about our brokerage. So we are, I think, one of the biggest team now in pre-construction market, and we have, as we said, access to most of the projects. I'll give you an overview what accesses we have, so that you know, and we'll show you the process how we find a project for you. So this is our office, our Team 9 office, which is a very central location, 2425 Matheson Boulevard. If you want to sign up here in our office, you can come. If you want to have one-to-one meeting with our agents, you can have a meeting with us, and so we can meet here with you. So how it works? So basically, what we do, we make a big list of the builder every month. There are a lot of projects which are coming to the market. So now this gentleman should will actually explain you how exactly our process goes. So just to give an idea, we have a big list of the whatever coming the market. So just to give an idea, we have a list. So these are the projects selling. These are the project registration, like which is about to start, and you see the list of around 200 projects which are there in the market. 200, and we track on each and every project from 200 projects. Now, what our gentleman should does, he does a lot of work for you. He keeps sending emails to the builder, try to get their packages, try to negotiate with them. We try to get access, and these are the projects where we have access, like where we have the inventory and we can sell. But we don't sell like this. We do our due diligence. We put our time. We talk to the builder. We try to get a deal for you. When we get a best deal, then we put in focus projects. So these are our focus projects. So out of 200, we get access to 50, and we give you only 12, 13 options. And these are better than any other option. So that's what our expertise is. So maybe Shubh, you can explain this slide to all.
Yeah, so basically, as a layman, it's very difficult for you to study all those 100 projects, even if you're focusing in a particular area. For example, hypothetically, let us assume that you're focusing in Richmond Hill area. Uh, Richmond Hill itself will be catering to almost more than 25 or 30 projects. For a person, it's not easy that they understand all the projects, do their due diligence, what are their deposit structure, what are their price points, whether they are making an investment sense or not. So we do it on your behalf. Then we shortlist few projects where we study all the information. We have a large team who does that on our behalf as well. We shortlist. Uh, After shortlisting, me and Ritesh, we do our own due diligence. We go to the site, check wherever it is making a sense where my clients would like to put money, and basis that we then negotiate the deals for our clients. Wherever some builders are flexible, some builders are not. Depending on them, we advise our clients where they should park their funds. So it's typically, I mean, every month there is a, it's a recurring process. We keep doing it. We keep filtering out the projects for you, and every month there is 7 or 8 projects where we can always suggest you can park your funds right away. However, many of the clients, they if they're not finding their best fit in those 7 8 projects, we keep them in the queue, so that next month whatever projects are coming, they can align them their funds into those projects. I mean, I think Ritesh gonna discuss in next couple of
Yeah,
slides
yeah,
how
yeah.
that will
So,
work.
very quickly, as Shubh said, we do this homework for you. Every day he sent almost 15, 20 emails to the builder, from where we get 1 or 2 appointments. Then we talk to the builder, we go to their site, we talk to them, and we negotiate something. And when we feel the price, the deposit structure, and the assignment and right to lease and incentive, if this is a good fit, then we put in our hot list. Otherwise, we don't care. It's there in our list, but we don't promote it as such. So that's what the expertise we have. That's what people work with us, and that's the homework we do. Because not in every project you can make money. As I show you, there's a time for entry and exit. And guys, we are getting a lot of questions, so we would try to take all your question in last 5-7 minutes, 10 minutes. So in next 10 minutes, I will try to wrap up this presentation, and then we are open for questions. And whatever question you can have, you can just type down as you're typing. But most of the question would be addressed right now. But we will take each and every question. Don't worry, do not leave. We will take all the questions. Whether we go to 10 minutes more because you have taken up time on this Saturday and joined us. So don't worry about the time. But we will try to finish in next 10 minutes the basic presentation and be there for questions, because there are very interesting questions people have asked. I have just read those questions. So be with us. Okay. So to conclude, so we have, these are some good projects which we want to share with you. So we have one project, Highbury, and of course, once I share this presentation with you, you can always go and check this links. So Highbury, this is a project in Richmond, in Whitby. We have freehold towns with portal and without portal, and we had detached also. They are sold now. So Highbury, if you click this, you'll find these are the details of the project. And if you want to go the more details, you can click on this link, which is our drive link. So the price list is there, the agreement is there, the presentation is there. So this project start from high 900, sorry, low 900 actually for freehold with portal. Without portal freehold, it is high 900. So this is one of the options we have. The deposit structure is quite good. So this is one project you would like to see. Would be prime location, Grand Festival. You might have heard about this project a lot. So this is in mid 500s, one bedroom starting from, but the price is little high, which is 1100 range. But since this is in the VMC Vaughan metropolitan area, which is high in demand, south of Highway 7, very close to the upcoming TTC is there, and the TTC enters is starting there. And this is a kind of township project where is a true live and work, where you have hospitals, schools, everything at one place. So this is one of the project which actually, for a long run, maybe 5 years down the line, you will see, a great potential. So this is the 4 towers they had. So 2 towers they launched before. Now they have launched 2 more towers, which are by the name of Grand Festival. So this is basic about this project. So you can always go and check in details. We are sharing this presentation. Then Abeha, this is very close to Vaughan Metropolitan Mall. Vaughan Mills Mall. So this is very close to Vaughan Mills, just across the Vaughan Mills. The price for this project is quite good. So we had so this is Vaughan Mills, and this is just across the street. So this project is good deposit structure. They had 3 towers, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Now we have some unit left there. If you want to invest, the closing would be in 2024, and this could be a good investment also. But the price is low 500 for one bedroom. We have one bedroom plus den also. One project where I would like to put some time. This is Dylan. So this project is in North York. This project is very close to 401 and Ellen. So this is 401 Ellen. This is very close to the subway, and this is a intersection of Glen Crane and Marley. So this is a very prime location. And the most interesting thing in this project is the price. The price is under 1,000 per square feet in North York. There, the resale price itself is more than 1,000, and the closing would be in, say, 2024. Easy deposit structure with 3% after almost 3 months, 4 months time. So this could be a very good investment. So, guys, the people who have invited you, if you want to get detail of any of this project, they can always give you the details, because anyway in 1 hour I cannot give detail of all the project. So that's the reason, I'm just giving you a brief idea. But you have links, you can click on the folder, and in the folder when you click, you have access to all our hot list, the price list, the brochures and everything. So of course this presentation we would be sharing with you. And also, if you want to directly access this presentation, you can go to our website rhine.ca. And when you go to our website, you have access to all the, you can click here. Here you can go to see buyer tool. In the buyer tool, you have buying a pre-construction. So if you click here, you open the same presentation what we are showing you. And also you can always go to our website, and you can always go to the blogs. When you click the blog, you get articles, assignment, HST, pre-construction, HST rebate, all the condominium assignment, pre-construction related articles you get. So you can always go back and check. Anyway, you should get a link once we close the presentation. Then another good project which is selling very fast and very nice is High Point. So this project is in Richmond Hill. We call it as downtown Richmond Hill. We have low-rise stacked townhouses. So we have basically this location. You will see this is north of Highway 407, and this is called downtown Richmond Hill at very prime location. So this is on basically it's very close to Young and Major Mackenzie. This is very prime location, very busy location if somebody lives there. So in this project we have stacked townhouses. We have 3 blocks A, B, C. Closing we are expecting mid of next year, and we have ground level 3 bedroom, 2 bedroom starting from 694,000. This level is already sold out, which is ground level. Then we have two 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 story with terrace townhouses. So we have stacked townhouses here. So based on the location, the price is very good. You have 3 bedroom from 750s and 3 bedroom from 800 range. We have 2 bedroom plus office layout also in this. So you can always go and check the layout, and you can click our folder and you will find all the layouts and other things. Then we have LGM Tower. So this project, we got a great success. We sold a lot of units in this project. This is in near Manchester, Hamilton, at very prime location. This project is very close to the lake also. If you see, it is on Bronte Street, and this is the lake. So this is a 13-story building. We have got two more floors here. So we have a couple of 1-bedroom units here, 2 bedroom and 2 bedroom plus 10. So 1 bedroom start from 390s. So this is, and we have got a very good deposit structure, 10% before occupancy. So this project could be a good option. Those who are, kind of new people and want to buy 1-bedroom stuff. Then we have Emerald Crossing, which is a detached houses starting from 800,000. So this is, Emerald Crossing detached houses, 36, 40-feet lots. So here you have from 812,000, 13,000, the detached. Here we had town, which is sold out. Towns were starting from 650. So this is a good project. We have access to this project. If you're interested, you can always check the details and come back to us. If you feel like the people who have invited you, they will give you more details. Then we have another interesting project, which is Bisley. Now the project is quite good. We have commercial unit in this project starting from 59,000, 100 square feet. And we have loft, we have condos, we have 1-bedroom den, 1-bedroom plus den. So this project, the only thing you need to understand, this doesn't have an assignment clause. So if you are an end user or a long-term investor, then this project might attract you. Here we have starting from 274, 1-bedroom starting from 300. So the price wise, I think this is the lowest price in Hamilton, close to 600. And then we have Park South to Calgary. This project we got amazing response. Like it got launched actually 8th, and we have sold almost 80% of the unit. Here we have 2-bedroom house. Sorry, this is the wrong one. So here we have 2-bedroom condominium starting from 300,000, and this is in Calgary, and there is no land transfer tax in Calgary. This is no closing cost. There is no development charges in Calgary, and you have to pay only 5% down, and rest you can pay on closing. So you see 500 down, 5% down, rest on closing. This is at very prime location in Calgary. A lot of people from here invested there. Now this market, people say, is not growing that much. That's what I say. You have to invest in the market which is underpriced. You cannot invest in a market which is overpriced. So this market is quite underpriced. The HST is quite low, which is 5%. We don't have HST there. Like in Ontario, you have HST. There we have only GST, which is 5%. No foreign buyer tax, no land transfer tax, no development charges. 5% you need to pay, and there is a 3-year rental guarantee program. Actually, it's a property management program. So they give you 3 years free property management. We have got amazing response for this project. If you want, we still have few units left. You can always contact back and get more details. So if you click on this folder, you'll get access. Now, there are a few things which is about to come in within 1 month or 2 months time, which I like to share with you. So we have coming up Richmond Grace. This is on Young and Jefferson. We have back-to-back towns, freehold towns, stacked towns, and traditional town with real lane. So there the price would start from 800,000 to 1.2 million. So if you're looking for a traditional town, Richmond Hill, if you're looking for 3-story back-to-back town, this is the project you're looking for. This would be launched next week. I think hopefully after 13, 14, anytime. We have got a lot of response for this project. If you're interested, always come back to our sales team. They will guide you. Then Grand Bell 2. This project was great success in phase one. We had this is in downtown Brantford, very close to the casino, the universities area. There are 6 universities in Brantford. Brantford has got one of the fastest growing city award in 2017, 18, 19. And this is in downtown Brantford. Here we had last phase. Hopefully we get the same in this phase. We had 7% interest on deposit. We had 2-year rental guarantee where the builder was committing an amount. 2-year property management, 1-year maintenance free, right to lease occupancy and free assignment. So this was there in phase one. Hopefully we get the same in phase two also. This is the website is also showing. We will get that. People are waiting for this project. The 1 bedroom will start from around 350. And with all these things, this would be one of the best investment opportunity in the market. So this is by Lakeview Development, one of the top developer. So this is coming hopefully April 3rd week. Now we have LGM Harbourfront. This is one of the most awaited project of this year. So this is on Harbourfront, Lincoln. It has 2 towers. Both tower, every unit is facing lake because this is on Harbourfront. Here you have lake, there you have lake. So every unit faces lake in this project. This is called Harbourfront. Here we are expecting 1 bedroom starting from mid 350s, mid 300, sorry. And this is by LGM Builder. And there are 500 units coming this project. And this would be like, I think we have more than 100 people already ready to buy this. See, here you have lake facing unit, here you have lake. So both the units are lake facing. So this is one of the best location you can ever think of. So this would be selling in hotcakes. This is coming in May, this project, May 2nd week, hopefully. So we already taking the interest. So guys, how pre-construction work? All the good projects they sell in days. So we have to register yourself. You have to register with us. Whenever the opportunity come, we'll let you know the worksheet you have to fill and then we get it. Then this project Cardiff, this would be in, this is one of the amazing project. Here we are expecting 1 bedroom from 160,000 and with rental guarantee. So we are working on this project with the builder yet. We have not finalized, but we would get access to this project. This would be in Cardiff. Then Vincent Condo, this is in Vaughan from 500. This will come in May. The Way phase 2, this is Stack Towns in Mississauga from 600 coming in June. And Red Oaks in Richmond Hill singles starting from 1 million. So it would have townhouses and singles. Of course, single would not from 1 million, single will be higher. But here we have towns and other stuff which would be from 1 million. It will come in May. So all these projects are coming. Here we have low rise, mid rise, high rise, everything. So it is a good mix and match. So these are one of the best opportunity we have. These are the opportunity, which is coming. And of course, if you want to see the list of all our projects, you can see. So this is all the project we have. So it has all the.
Ritesh, since the time is running out, let's take up the questions.
Yes, guys, now we want to take your questions.
Okay, so one question is, in pandemic, people are going outside city for cheaper prices as working from home. So who will still buy condos in city?
So I have already answered the question. People were, it is not now. People were going out of cities. Now they're coming back. Already we have seen almost 20% growth in Brantford in 1 year, 20% growth in Richmond, Kitchener, Waterloo. Already these cities, Barry and everything. Now go and see. Shelburne, we are selling 1,200 square foot detached house at 800,000. This is kind of a limit of a detached house. So there is no other choice. There is nothing in affordability in low rise. So people have to buy condos and they are buying condos now. The market is getting up. I show you the graph. The question is answered. Whether you accept it or not, the market is for condo because you buy low and sell high. We are talking about investment.
Second question is, what are the options we have if we can't sell pre-construction and the closing date arrives?
So normally, if you have an option of assignment, definitely we can go for assignment close and we can use the assignment and we should do that. The other option could be you can close it. If you have less down payment, you can take some private finance and close it. Guys, just make sure if you close it, you cannot sell in first year. If you sell in first year, then you are paying around 24,000 HST rebate, which was there in the price. So just keep in mind and go to our website. We have mentioned about HST rebate, how it works. Then hold for 1 year, then sell after 1 year. If you really want to sell, you can sell it. Then you have to pay 24,000 HST, and you will not get it back.
So
definitely the other option
asking,
is you can close.
Yeah, Sunny is asking what will be the criteria in which city to invest as compared to other city to get the best return of investment. I think most of it we have already discussed. What are the criteria you should be focusing on?
We are not focused on city. We want to see the value for money. In Richmond Hill, if we get a townhouse in 694,000, Richmond is the best thing because Richmond you don't get anything in 1 million. The project we have selected, they all are one of the best in that region. So if you buy in Shelburne at 850,000, I don't think problem with the Shelburne. Problem is with you that if you're buying at that price. So we always advise people to buy right at right time at right city. There is a time. Brantford is growing. Kitchener Waterloo already. If you would have invested 2 years back, we have invested. They invested in Kitchener Waterloo 2 years back, 400,000. Now we are selling them at 600,000 in assignments. So there is a time for everything. See, time is very important. The timing is very, very, very important. If you buy at right time, right city, you'll make money. That's what our expertise is.
Next question is from Saklan. He asks, for millennials, what do you suggest? Prices are so crazy that nothing is affordable. As a first time home buyer, what is the best option?
So, guys, as I said, this is a very great question. Do not worry if you are not able to afford in GTA. Go outside GTA. Go to Barry. Go to Brantford. I have in Brantford one bedroom starting from 350. Now you can buy it and put it on rent, and you can still live in Mississauga. The rental is not big difference. Brantford, Brantford, you can get a one bedroom in 350,000. You can still rent it 14,000, 1,300. Mississauga, you can live at 2,000 rent, but you are making equity there. So buy something wherever you buy. Do not worry if you cannot afford in downtown, go outside. Buy something and put on rent. Buy in Calgary. What is the problem? 200,000 for one bedroom or two bedroom, 280,000. Buy it. You'll make money after 4 or 5 years. Don't worry. Wherever you buy real estate, you make money if you buy at right price at right location. Do something. Do not keep yourself holding, because if you keep yourself holding, morning I had a session with my team. We compared rent versus invest. We might do another session maybe next week where we'll be discussing about should we buy or should we rent. So we'll do another session on that.
So there's a question by Kiri. It's basically for the CPA, but he asks, how does the declaration to CRA and tax work for an assignment?
Okay, so I always say we are not a legal person or a accounting person, but always what happens, you need to give a affidavit at the time of closing. Are you gonna live you there, or any of your blood relative live there? If that's the case, then the 24,000 rebate is taken by the builder. If not, you are putting on investment or whatever, you build, you need to pay to the builder the HST amount. The builder will pay to the CRA, and to CRA after you close, you need to give them proof that you have rented this unit for 1 year. Then they give the HST back. So that's how it works. If you want to more detail, go to our website on blog. We have a big article on HST how it works.
Okay, Jiten is asking, if you decide to sell after interim occupancy and the unit is rented, it's considered resale or assignment only in that
Assignment.
case?
Assignment. Even it is rented. Now this is a very interesting question. If you plan to sell, if the next person should be ready to assume the tenant, if they are not able to, like this could be very tricky situation. So ideally, if you want to sell, do not rent it, just sell it. If you rent it, then you need to find a person who want to assume the tenants also. Of course, you can give a notice also or whatever, all these things work. But in COVID scenario, just be careful with the tenants, because if they do not leave the house, you cannot do anything, because this landlord tenant board is also closed. So do not rent it if you really want to sell it.
So Rian is asking, from day of occupancy to registration of condo, how much typically is that cost of rent in that time? Is it based on square footage?
Okay, so it's not rent. The question should be, let me correct the question. What you can expect a occupancy fees. So this is a great question. You have three components. Number one component is the property tax. So builder will calculate a estimated property tax, and it is estimated, not actual. Builder will calculate the estimated condo fees, because there is no condo corporation, so builder will just estimate that. And third thing would be builder will charge interest on the remaining amount, but it is still quite less than the rental you get. So there's in occupancy period there is an occupancy what you call fees, and that fees is normally very less than the rent. So there are three components as I said: property tax, the interest, and the maintenance.
So Sayed is asking the $1 million question. Between townhomes and condo, what do you consider better investment?
Time depends. Last year after COVID, close to COVID time, guys, trust me, we were the people we sold almost. I think we sold, if we are not wrong, we didn't sell a condo in last year. We
No,
sell
not at
only
all.
and only and only townhouses. We didn't sell anything. That was the time. As I said, timing is very important. The timings. Right now, the towns are at level. We still have good towns like Richmond Grace. We have High Points. Some still good projects are there, but most of the towns are overpriced, or I wouldn't say overpriced. I would say they are quite more than you can make money. If you are an end user, buy anything. But if you're an investor, then buy sensibly. Do not go only for town and high low rise, because do not go where everybody is going, because everybody is going, they're raising the point price. Should you put an offer of a house on a house where there are 50 offers already? You will lose, because somebody will buy at price which is not worth. So this is what something I would always suggest. Timing. Right now time is for condo. Last year it was time for town. The people who bought town with us, they have made 100%, 150% or whatever. I might show you a couple of examples also while should you are going ahead.
Yeah, so Sayed is asking another question. He says, when you calculate price for per square feet, do you also include the additional space such as balcony?
No, normally builders should not include that. The price per square foot, whenever you calculate, we don't
Is
include a balcony actually. But some builders they put total area and then they put internal area. Ideally, the price per square foot should be in internal area only. The reason is balcony is very inexpensive to the builder. Like it costs very less, and it is not even part of FAR floor area ratio. So normally, we calculate. We don't put balcony in that. You can always put in total square footage, but we have to always calculate the price per square foot on internal area. We should.
so Sharik has asked a very important question. He says he's on a work permit and can get a PR in some time. If he wants to book a pre-construction, would foreign buyer tax apply, or any other cost that would change if he books a pre-con on a work permit status?
Okay, so foreign buyer tax is applicable only at closing. This is a great question you have asked. Many people have this question. The foreign buyer tax is applicable on closing, not when you buy pre-construction. So once you do go to the closing, at that time, if your status is PR, then foreign buyer tax is not applicable. But if some builder might put you in international deposit structure, but some builder don't. So it vary on the builder to builder. So if you have work permit, hopefully the builder will consider you as a normal buyer. And because people with work permit also, even if you are don't get the PR, you still can close it. The down payment might be 25% or little more, but you can still close it. So foreign buyer tax in Golden Horseshoe area, which is applicable, is not applicable unless you are on, unless you decide to close.
Now, Kiri is asking a question. What is the ideal size for the condo investment? Studio, one bedroom, or two bedroom?
For investment, go for studio or one bedroom for investment. For of course, two bedroom is also fine. Do not go for three bedroom for investment purpose. Two bedroom, if you have small layout like one bedroom per den, is better, I would say.
Okay, and then Saklan is asking, do you think there is a right time to invest? I see houses being sold over asking. Will the market correct?
So Saklan, I think you joined late maybe. So see, there is no wrong or right time. Always there is a time for always for everything. So as we discussed before, let's go back to that graph. So this is over asking thing. This is under asking. So I would go for here. I will never go for this. I will not go for detach at this time. Last year, guys, we bought all these towns at this time. All of our investors bought at this price, and now we are exiting them within 1 year. But at this point, if you buy, I don't know what would happen. I'm not a, I am no, you know, nobody can predict the market, but you can react with the market. If the market is going like this, we can react and we can expect something. That market will not go another like this because this has never happened in history. You understand? So at this point, the condo at this point, I would like to invest here, not here, because I can expect the market going up. Here I can expect the market maybe stagnant or correct or not at least the spike.
So Jitin is asking, is it the right time to buy a resale condo or should we go for a new pre-construction?
If you're a first time home buyer, this I discuss in morning meeting also with my team. If you're a first time home buyer, guys, trust me, go for resale or assignment. Do not go for pre-construction. The reason is many people think that we'll buy cheap from pre-construction. No, it's always expensive because builder put a price. If you buy a condo, they put a price which is after 4 years. How you can get cheap? Always resale and assignment is inexpensive. If you're a first time home buyer, do not, if you're living on rent, guys, buy, and we will discuss another, we'll do another session for first time home buyers. There I'll discuss everything in detail. Why should you buy? Why should not you go for pre-construction? As I said, the answer is different for everybody. If you're an investor, definitely pre-construction. But if you are a first time home buyer and you are living on rent, then buy, resale or assignment. Most likely.
Also, if people are short of down payment, then probably they can plan by savings. Then they can go for a pre-construction.
We have a
That's a
lot of plans.
specific case.
Yeah, in specific case, we can advise you for pre-construction. Most of the cases, 80% of cases, I would like you to go for assignment, or I'll go for you for the resale. And there are ways. If you're 5% down, we have ways you can buy a house. If you have 10% down, we have ways, legal ways. We have CMSC program is there. Other things are there. So we can always work. So we can definitely work and let you know how it works. Next week, we have a session on that.
Dharamveer is asking if person having work permit and he or she is selling property, either assignment or interim occupancy, how foreign buyer tax work? I think this is a question more to the CPA.
Okay, so guys, just quote down. I am not a legal expert or account person, but give you an idea how it works. You can of course take help of your accountant. So the assignment, since the property is not closed, you are selling a contract. You are not selling a house. So capital gain tax as such or other tax as such are not applicable. It will be considered as a business income. In business income, you will be taxed as a normal. You can form a corporation also. You can buy on the name of corporation and sell. So it will consider as a business income.
Okay, there is an anonymous attendee. He's asking how rental guarantee works. Can you explain in detail?
So in rental guarantee, just to give an idea, we did this in Grandbell project last year. So maybe just to show you how it worked. So every unit we had a price and builder gave a guarantee. Let's say this is the price list. Where's the hot list? Okay. So in this time, last, and I'm talking about the phase one. So this was the size, this was the price, and this was the rental guarantee. So this was how builder was giving rental guarantee. This was the price. So this is the amount builder has to give us, come what may. Whether they rent it high or low for 2 years, this is the rent they're going to give us. So rental guarantees where builder is taking the risk. They're using the property management company and they keep the risk. If they make a profit, it remains with them. Or if they make a loss, it remains with them. So that's how you're secured because you'll get this rental.
Okay, there are a few questions which are put on chat. So one person is asking, is multiple assignments allowed before closing?
Yes, but another thing, very, very, very important. Sometimes first assignment could be free, second assignment could be very expensive. I have seen this in certain builder. First assignment they give it free, second assignment they charge 5,000, 10,000. Just keep in mind. Check with the builder for the second assignment. It's allowed. You need to check with the builder what the rules are.
Okay, and then there is a question Rena or Rennie has asked, can we not sail through MLS in assignment?
Most likely
already
no.
answered that. Yeah.
Most likely no. The reason is 90% of the cases, the builder says you cannot put assignment on MLS, you cannot put assignment on Kijiji, on social media or anywhere, because builder do not want to create a competition. If they find doing that, they might even terminate the paperwork or they might forfeit the deposit also. Just read in line is there. Most of the builder, 10% of the builder they allow you, and then you can put on MLS because you don't own the property, you own a contract. How can you put on? You're not a owner of something. How do you put that on MLS? You're not the owner technically.
Then Sharad is asking how much is the area for the project you're talking about. I think we need to discuss it one-to-one because every project has different requirements and different specific areas. So you can get in touch with the member who has invited you to the forum. Then Aman is asking, do you have exclusive availability on the current projects?
Yes.
Yeah, so Aman,
yes.
The answer is yes.
Aman, see, not every project is exclusive. There are certain projects we have exclusive inventories. Certain project we work as a platinum agent, we have access. And we are talking only about the project where we have access. I'm not showing you something where we don't have an access. And we recommend this project, we talk to the builder, we have access, we make a plan, we make a special deposit structure, then we bring in front of you. Trust me, Aman, it take 1 month time, sometime to negotiate with the builder. Shubh knows. We do multiple round of meeting with the builder, then they give us something which we want. We don't present it to our investor till the time it's not ready to present.
I think Ritesh, we should also highlight the project Merge, which where we have some exclusive units and exclusive a deposit
So
structure
we
as
had
well.
live and work units in that project in Scarborough. It got sold, we sold, and we are getting some more units in that project. We might have very good deposit structure. You might need to pay just 5% down. So it is in Scarborough. If somebody is interested, you can always come back to us.
Yeah.
Maybe Shubh, you can add in the sheet, merge also so that they can have access. So
Yeah.
we would add
And
there in the sheet.
let's take the last question. I think we have already taken quite a lot of time. So Glenn is asking, how do we register with you if I'm looking to buy my first home? Also looking forward to the first time home buyer presentation, which will be very helpful for all the first time home
So
buyers.
next week, similar time, we would have this first time home buyer presentation. So be with us. You will get an email. And secondly, the person who has invited you, you must have got an email. That's how you are here, or a phone call or whatever. So the person who has invited you, please, because we have a big team, 60 people, we don't know who has invited you. I can always find out in. So be in touch with the person who has invited you, and we can definitely help you. Don't worry.
Okay, so
If you don't have anybody, you can register at our website ryan.ca, and we can help you from there.
one last minute question has come. Reena is asking, um, I make a profit of 50,000 after selling an assignment. Do I pay a capital gain tax?
So, Rina, the answer to this question would be very subjective. Sometimes it comes under capital gain if the intention was to hold and if the intention is to buy and sell for profit, it is not capital gain, it's a business income. But if the intention was to buy as a first home and you decide to sell later on, how frequently you do it? Are you doing it every 6 months, 1 year? So a lot of different things. So you can take the help of an accountant. Most likely you will have to pay tax, 100% for sure. It could be considered, might be capital gain also. It could be considered as business income also. In business income, you can write off a lot of stuff also. So take the help of an accountant. They will guide you. So if you're doing once in a 2 year, then it might be part of capital gain, which is where you pay only 50% of the amount.
So I think that's all for the day.
Yeah, guys, if you have any more question, you can ask, and let me put a very small survey. How did you like this webinar? So I'm asking one question to all of you. Maybe you can reply very much, not a bit, not at all. So I'm putting in question, and I'm maybe sending you this, so you could just participate in this poll while we are, you know. So I'm put a question: how do you like this webinar? Very much, a bit, not at all. So please, at least give us some feedback, and so that next time we would like to have more. And of course, if there is an improvement, you can always write us email, and we'd like to do more and more of this stuff to educate people and to guide people.
Ritesh, why don't you show the last slide where we have the links of the group which people can join?
Oh yes, so let me show you the last slide. So anyway, once you have this access to this presentation, so you can always see that, and
Share
this
your
is the
screen,
last
please.
slide. Yeah, so this is, have a screen, not share my screen, give me 1 minute. So this is the last slide, guys. If you can go to our website, so we have two website, teamryan.com, which is our general commercial registration, and for pre-construction we have special website ryan.ca. You can go to this website, and okay, if the polling is happening, so we have got, I think, 57, 58 response, and thank you very much, guys. Most of you are saying very much, some are saying a bit, so it motivates us, and we keep doing more of these sessions. And slow down. The
There's
thing
so
is, we
much
want
to
to
cover.
so much to cover. Actually, the time for this kind of session should not be at least 1 hour, should be 2 hours, but most of the people don't have this much time.
I
But
would
anyway,
also
we
like
would
to
have the.
mention that there is a pre-construction WhatsApp group. If people want to join, we keep updating the information and the project information there, and you can be benefited out of it. Maybe
Yeah,
you get your right investment from there.
maybe I'll just post the link in this Zoom,
Yes,
link, so you
please.
can join our pre-construction group. Let me share the link here, guys. You can join this group, and of course, we could be more slow, but we wanted to cover like most of the stuff. So this is our pre-construction group. Let me put in the chat, so you can join this group, and our website is http. So let me share the link to this presentation also, if you want to access, and you will get a recording also of this session once we are over. So once this is ready. So this is the link to our pre-construction presentation, what we discussed. And I would share you another link where we have access to all the projects. And then this is our website, which is our Rhine.ca. You can go to this website and check all the pre-construction. So we have different things we have sent to you. So thank you very much, guys, for joining in and being here for more than 1 hour. So we wanted to cover in 45 to 1 hour, but anyways, the questions were quite good and I think helpful for most of you. So thank you very much for joining, and please be in touch with the people who have invited you and they would take you further. Thank you, guys. Have a nice evening.